Okay, I'm making this video to show everybody out there how to shrink wrap a skid without having a automatic pallet wrapper. All right, if you're working in general warehousing and you've got to wrap a skid, most likely you're going to have in your warehouse some kind of a forklift or something along the lines. So you can do this here. It might work for you. What you do is you get yourself a few skids or something that's kind of set up high, probably about 2.5 to 3 feet tall. But what I'm using here is plastic skids that we have here in the building, and mine look like that. Okay. Or what you can do is you can find yourself in the warehouse a few skids, probably about 4 skids, stack them on top of each other like that, and you can stack them up on the floor level. Now what you do is you take your forklift here, you take your skid, which is shown like this, that's what I'm wrapping, and you load that up on top of here. Okay, so the first step is you're going to take this forklift, bring that up on top of there. I'm going to do that now so everyone can get an idea of how this is actually done. Okay, and bear with me here. Now, I apologize for the shakiness of the camera. Okay, so now your pallet should look something like this here. All right, you see how I got that up there? Now what you're going to do is you go to a grocery store or something like that, some local grocery store, or like a forest preserve or something like that, where you randomly leave shopping carts, and you get yourself one of these shopping carts like this, a small one, kind of like that right there, okay? And what this has on here, it has a little cage on the bottom here. I don't know if you can see this or not, where I got a sledgehammer that I took, and I put my shrink wrap along the sledgehammer over the shaft of that. Then I attached it with the actual sledgehammer to the cart, like that, with the child seat there. And then I take my cart and I'm going to attach this to the forks on the bottom of the forklift. Okay. Now, you might be able to find a different style cart to use. This is just what I'm using here for mine, because like this way you don't have to hold that shrink wrap up there, and it's a lot easier on your back as well. So what you do is you take a little, you could try doing this or not. What I like to do with mine is I take a bungee cord, and I like to strap it to the actual cage of the forklift, kind of like that right there. All right, and you go around, and if you notice here, what happens is this sticks up over the bottom of the cart here, so it doesn't catch the bottom of the wheels or anything. So now,
oh, okay. All right, I was going to say, you're starting to get like me. You're going to start talking to yourself.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, have a go. Okay, sorry about that. Now, what you do is you got your cart. You got your cart attached to the front of the forklift, like this. You got your shrink wrap attached to the actual skid, like that. All right. I'll try to give you a good angle here. I'll back up a little bit. There. See if I can get a good angle there. Probably got a little blurriness on here. And then kind of like that right there, okay? There we go. All right, then you see here. Now what's going to happen is, as I back up around the skid, it's going to start wrapping that skid, and you don't even have to walk around it or anything. So, here we go. Here we go. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start off kind of slow as you're wrapping, so that it makes a good layer around the bottom of the skid as you're doing it. So as you can see, I'm already starting to get a film on there. Here we go. And as you get a little more on there, you get a little bit more aggressive as you're driving. And the faster you drive around this thing, the tighter it's going to be. So don't flip over as they pick it up. Now, as you notice here, I'm really going to start going here. Here we go. As you're going, all you got to do is just raise your forks up on the front of the forklift little by little, and it's going to wrap it all the way to the top of the skid. As I'm getting closer, see it's coming? See it going there? All the way up over the top of this bad boy. And I'm going to bring it down little by little. I apologize for the shakiness of the camera again. I'm doing this one-handed here, so. I'm going to go all the way back down to the bottom here. Get a nice tight film on the bottom. That's where I'm going to finish up at the bottom here. And now it's starting to go to the bottom of the skid. See it there? Alright, so now all you gotta do is break off the rest of your plastic here. Here, give me a second here. Like that. Attach it to the top of your skid like that, just tuck it in there. And guess what? Now you got a nice wrapped skid there that you didn't have to do very much at all to. So I hope that helps anybody out there, whoever else might, this might help. Good luck.